Hey everybody, Q here with your China Gold Oil weekly market update for the week ending January 11th, 2013. And what we're looking at here is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, ticker symbol DJIND. We had that pop in the beginning of the year, the first trading day of the year, and we haven't really gone anywhere since then. We're right around 13,500 right now. My only question is if it's going to stay there and maybe come down a little bit, like maybe one of these types of downtrends, a couple of days down, to come closer to that 50-day moving average. And then my guess is that it's going to continue to go up from there. So that's kind of my guess for next week, is that we're going to come down a little bit, probably not below this low, just to flirt with that 50-day moving average this coming week, and probably go up from there. This is a pretty big confirmation that there's going to be a continuing uptrend. We'll see if that's right. Now we'll go over to the SPX, S&P 500, and see if that tells us anything different. Alright, here is the SPX, S&P 500. Same movement, obviously. Really the same thing as the Dow Jones. This is telling me the same type of thing. You know, this was a really big indication here of a continuing uptrend, and then this was a big confirmation, and the fact that we haven't really come down yet might confirm it more. But again, I'm looking for this to come down at least to the 14.5 level, probably a little more, possibly a little more, to flirt with this 50-day moving average before it continues the uptrend that it started back here. Alright, now we're going to hop over to the FXI. And here is the FXI, the iShares China 25 Index. You can see it was an uptrend 3 months ago, tested the 50-day moving average, which is very healthy. I consider that a reset, and really been moving up ever since. It followed this upper envelope for a while, had some irrational exuberance, I guess. Hope he doesn't want to charge me for using that phrase, but that's what comes to mind. And so this is a great example, and this was overbought, so it came down and kind of came back to a more normal level, a more natural level, before continuing its uptrend for a few days. This is all very healthy to me. You know, there's a chance it might level off, or it might just continue up with this envelope, this upper envelope. So we shall see in the coming days. Okay, now over to the EWH. And now we're looking at the EWH, which is iShares Hong Kong ETF. Very similar to the China, which is no surprise. Tested the 50-day moving average, pretty much continued up very healthily, not too quickly from there, and we're in this very healthy range within this uptrend right now. Again, there's a chance it might level off like it did back here, or just continue to go up. We'll have to see, or it might go down. It's the markets, right? So we'll just see what the week brings. I know China had some good news last week. I personally don't pay attention to news at all, because with my charting theory, the news is in the price action. So there's the EWH. Now we shall hop over to CHIQ. Check out the China Consumer. And here is the CHIQ. Same type of movement, no surprise. Very similar. And we're continuing up this healthy uptrend here. Just pretty much hugging that upper envelope. Alright. Now we will hop over to GLD, the gold. So now we're looking at GLD. And again, we started this downtrend here, and pretty much tested it here, had a little reset, a little breath, and continued it. And I think that's probably what's going to happen right here too. I think it's testing. It's not even testing, it's just kind of resetting before it drops. I see in the future a hard drop, unless I'm wrong for any given reason. But this is the 50-day and the 200-day moving average, and you can see here it didn't even really come close to touching it, and this is a signal to me that it's probably going to continue its downtrend from here. So that's what I'm looking for gold. And now we will hop over to OIL. Alright, now the OIL might be painting a different picture. We see some different price movement. In the past 3 months we can see this downtrend that was happening. And this is the anatomy of breaking from a downtrend to an uptrend. Pops over the 50-day moving average, pops over the 200-day moving average, just stays within that envelope and above the 200-day moving average. This to me is a really good signal. I think it's probably just waiting for this 50-day moving average to get a little closer to the price action, and then we'll see what happens. It'll be a pretty interesting week. I'm watching this closely to see if we stay in this uptrend and how it's going to interact with this 50-day moving average. And there is one more commodity I wanted to cover. This is the JJG, which is grains. It's the grains ETF for you grains traders out there. Let's see, so we've pretty much been in a downtrend for the past 3 months at least. You can see this is below the 50-day moving average, popped down and flirted with the lower envelope, retested the 50-day, had no resistance at the 200-day moving average, popped down off it, and pretty much been like hugging this lower envelope ever since. Now here's some interesting price action, because this is a relatively big upswing. The last time we had one of those, it's back here in late November at least, if not further. So that might be significant. However, it's possibly only significant until it flirts again with the yellow 50-day moving average, which might be around the 54 mark. It depends on how quickly it goes up there. But definitely look for that 54, maybe 54.50. To flirt with that 50-day moving average with the price action, and then we'll see what the price action tells us. Strong possibility it might continue down, but we will have to check out the price action when it does that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for the JJG. So there's your weekly market update for the week ending January 11th, 2013. I hope you're enjoying these, and I will see you next week.